Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I am literally just back from getting my hair done and my nails done, and I am obsessed. I've went for like a purple star vibe with little gems and they are so cute, and I've got fresh new head of hair and I'm just feeling all fresh, and the weather is just miserable, and I'm coming at you with a Fairyloot unboxing. I've literally just received my January combo box. It definitely came a lot later than usual, but I am so excited because I know what all three books are, and I'm really excited to see these editions and what they look like. I was spoiled for one of them, which is a little bit of a shame, but before I do that, I wanted to quickly show you, because I didn't get a chance to. I have ended up cancelling my Evernight subscription from Illumicrate only because I wasn't really loving the book picks. I maybe gave, I really enjoyed 2 out of the ones that I've read, and to be honest, they weren't really selling it for me in terms of the editions and stuff like that, so I've decided just to cancel my Evernight subscription. But I did receive my last book a couple of weeks ago, so I thought I would show that off to you and see the really pretty editions. So the book that I got was We Call Them Witches by India Rose Bauer, which I have never heard of before, and I will pop up a graphic of the original cover, but it is quite a simple design, and we've got the spine and we've got this on the back. It looks quite gothic kind of vibes a little bit, like I don't know what that is meant to be, or what that is meant to be, like kind of foresty vibes. And then we've got sprayed edges that go all the way around, which is nice. And then on the end papers, one of them definitely gives me the creeps a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, and it's one of those flat hardbacks that lies flat, which is really nice. So we've got this on the front, and then we've got this one on the back. This is one that gave me the creeps. I don't know what the hell that is meant to be, but it really gives me the creeps. And then we've got this on the hardback here. It definitely gives me like gothic foresty kind of vibes, and we didn't have anything under the dust jacket, and I think that this is meant to be sapphic, which is quite interesting. Yeah, so what is the synopsis for this one actually? Britain 2 years later after they came. Most people have been devoured by the eldritch creatures. Sarah and her family have been fighting for survival, and the only thing that works against these monsters, these witches, is their knowledge of folklore and pagan rituals. When a girl named Parsley suddenly appears in the garden of their current camp, she can't remember where she came from or why she's there. As Sarah and Parsley begin to develop feelings for each other, disaster strikes and Sarah's younger brother Noah is snatched by the witches. Determined to find him, they set out across the desolate moors full of merciless terror to hunt the very creatures they've been hiding from. Can they succeed in saving Noah? Will Parsley and Sarah's begrudging love survive these bloodthirsty witches? And who can Sarah trust in a world devoid of humanity? So that does actually sound quite good, to be fair. And the author is she has long-term disability and lives with her non-binary partner in Yorkshire. So she's a British author, and yeah, it does sound quite good. So We Call Them Witches. I would like to get to this fairly soon, maybe. It'd be quite good for like a maybe Summerween, potentially, in July. That would be quite good. But yeah, I thought I would show that off because I didn't obviously do a proper unboxing for it, and I thought, while I've got it here and I hadn't actually shown it off, I'll just show it off in here. And I also just received, this is book 2. I have ordered book 1 in this edition, but I managed to get a paperback American floppy paperback of Empire of the Damned by J. Kristoff. This is book 2. Now, I have read Empire of the Vampire, right? But I didn't, at the time, really love it. But I think maybe upon a reread, I think I potentially might enjoy it more. And I didn't want to, because I didn't haul my hardbacks, and I didn't want to find another set of hardbacks, essentially. I do have them on my Kindle, but I saw on Laura's channel that she managed to get these American floppy paperbacks, and I thought that they would be so much easier to read with, and they lie flat as well. So I have got Empire the Vampire coming, and I actually do prefer the American cover to our UK one. I mean, it's pretty, but I do actually prefer this, and it's a floppy paperback. So I think in this, if I remember correctly, we're following Gabriel de Leon, and he is basically telling he's a vampire hunter, and he's basically telling his story. I think he gets arrested in prison, if I remember correctly. So I do want to reread Empire of the Vampire, so I can actually pick up Empire of the Damned. I haven't been able to locate a matching copy for Empire of the Dawn, which is the final book, if I remember correctly, in this kind of edition. So if anyone knows where I could get like a floppy paperback with the US cover, please do let me know. Because I've been searching on Books Please, and I can't seem to find a matching US paperback of Empire of the Dawn. So if anyone knows where I could find one that's fairly reasonably cheap, do let me know. But yeah, I am excited to properly go back to the series and properly give it a try. So I have got all my Fairyloot books out of the box, so without further ado, let's crack on with the Fairyloot unboxing. Okay guys, so I think we are kicking off with the adult book for January, and I am so excited about this one. I have read from the author before. I got their other book that I read in a Fairyloot box as well, and I really enjoyed it, What the River Knows. So here is the spoiler card, which looks really cool, and our theme for January is Divine Rebellion, and our book for the month is Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez, and I can't wait to see this edition in person. So let's get it out of the bubble wrap. There we go. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is so nice. So, yep, we have Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez. This is stunning. I'll pop up a graphic of the original cover, and I think it's a complete redesigned cover. Oh, look at the foiling. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we've got this on the cover, and then we've got the spine. Try not to focus on me, camera, please. Hopefully you can see this okay, guys. And then we've got this stunning design on the back, which is gorgeous and has a quote which says, "Love is the most dangerous magic." And oh, I do love the sprayed edges. It's definitely giving me like Spanish Spain vibes a little bit. And then we've got blue on the top and bottom. And I don't think that this is signed. Let me have a look. It doesn't seem to be signed. Let me have a look. We just have a bound-in author letter from the author, which is still really cool. So let's see what the end papers look like. So I haven't actually seen the end papers for this. Oh, you guys. I've just seen a little teaser. So we have, look at that. This is a literal, like, painting. It looks like a legit painting. Like, how detailed is this? I am obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed. Like, and the foiling is just so beautiful. And then we've got this one on the back. Like, legit paint, like, it looks like an actual legit painting. It's absolutely stunning. And we have got the most stunning foiling on the naked hardback, which is absolutely gorgeous, and spine. And then we've got on the back, it's absolutely gorgeous, not what I was expecting at all. And oh, I think I've dropped the dust jacket. Like, and I will show the full hardback here. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm really excited about this one. I've heard amazing things about this book. And because it's Fairyloot, we have got the reverse dust jacket of the original cover, which is absolutely stunning. I think it's the exact same cover. I don't think the colours have changed in any way, but it's so pretty. It is really pretty. So yeah, I cannot wait to read this one. I actually don't know anything about the synopsis for this one, so I'll grab the synopsis for you guys and let's find out what the book is all about. Okay guys, so let's find out what Graceless Heart is all about. I actually know nothing about this, which is really exciting, and it's definitely giving me like medieval Spain kind of vibes, which is really exciting because I really enjoyed What the River Knows, which was this author's other release, and that was Egyptian mythology based. So I'm assuming this might be based in medieval Spain potentially. So let's find out what this is all about. As a sculptress, Ravenna Maffei, I think that's how you pronounce it, has always shaped beauty from stone, but she has a terrible secret. Desperate to save her brother, she enters a competition hosted by Florence's most feared immortal family, revealing a dark power in a city where magic is forbidden. Now a captive in the cutthroat city, Ravenna is forced into a dangerous task where failure means certain death at the hands of Saturnino de Luni, the immortal family's mesmerising but merciless heir. But as he draws her closer, Ravenna realises the true threat lies beyond Florence's walls. The Pope's war against magic is closing in, and Ravenna is no longer just a prisoner but a prize to be claimed. As trusting the wrong person becomes lethal, Ravenna must survive the treacherous line between the Pope's obsession and the seductive immortal who might be the end of her or surrender her power to a city on the brink of war. From the New York Times best-selling author Isabella Bagna's Graceless Heart brings to life Renaissance Italy and is a dark, lush and epic as it is romantic. Oh, okay, so we've got Italy, which is really interesting. I don't think I've read anything that's like set in Italy, but to me, I was getting like Spanish vibes from this. But Italy is definitely really exciting. It's definitely like a bucket list place for me to visit one day. But yeah, I am so excited for this, so I can't wait to get to this. Maybe if Steph does a box readathon at some point, I might maybe try and pick this up, but I am so excited for this one. So I am going to move on to the next Fairyloot book. Okay guys, so I think we are now moving on to the YA pick, which I am really excited about. I think I've also read a book by this author before, if I can get the spoiler card out. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at the artwork. I love this. This is stunning. So our theme for January for the YA pick is Hearts in Flight, and the book in question is The Swan's Daughter by Roshani Chokshi, I think that's how you pronounce that. And I have read from her before. I read The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, which came out a couple of years ago, and I did really enjoy that. I know Steph DNF that book, but she doesn't really tend to like lyrical writing, whereas I tend to like it, and I think Jade really enjoyed it as well. So this is her brand new release, and I can't wait to see what this looks like. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I really like that. It's so nice. Okay, so yeah, we have The Swan's Daughter by Roshani Chokshi. I think that's how you pronounce it, Chokshi. But this is really pretty. It's quite simple, but I really like it. So we've got, I will pop up a graphic of the original cover, but this is really pretty. It kind of gives me the look of the Rose Bargain edition a little bit, but less pink. But it's really pretty, and there's a swan up here, and then we've got the spine. I hope that this isn't focused for you guys, which is pretty. And then we've got a quote on the back here: "To find love is a curse," with some more pretty flowers. And then we've got matching sprayed edges that go really well with the book. Quite simple. And then we've got nothing on the top and bottom. I don't know if it's like a cream or something, but it doesn't look like there's any colour on the top or bottom, which is still nice. Oh, I like the end papers a lot. And I don't think that this should be signed. We should just have a bound-in author letter from Roshani Chokshi. I've just seen a little glimpse of the naked hardback a little bit, so I'll get the dust jacket off. All the end papers are really pretty. So we've got this on the front end paper. It definitely is giving me winter vibes, so could maybe be a good choice for Polar Song, which is coming up in February. And then, oh, the naked art back is so pretty. And then we've got this one on the back. Oh, it looks so pretty. And then we've got a stunning full hardback cover. Look at, oh, I am obsessed. I love the pink vibes. And the male main character looks really, really cute, I'm not gonna lie, but this is so pretty. I am obsessed. And then there's a spine there too. And then we should have a reverse dust jacket of the original cover. I think the original is a lot more pinky, but this has gone for more of like a green vibe, which is still really nice. But yeah, this could be potentially a good option for Polar Thumb, which is really pretty. So I will get the synopsis for you guys, and let's find out what the Swan's Daughter is all about. Okay guys, so I've got the synopsis here for the Swan's Daughter. So I don't know if this is maybe like a fairy tale retelling, potentially, but let's find out what this one is all about. Prince Aris knows that marriage means murder. After a poorly worded wish generations ago, all one needs to rule the island of the Isle of Malice are the heart and hand in marriage of the kingdom's heir, regardless of their survival afterwards. Aris's only chance at a long life is true love. When his parents announce a tournament of brides, a throng of beautiful bachelorettes arrive at the castle, but Aris cannot tell who is there out of love for him or lust for power. His only hope is Demelza, a voracious swan who has fled to the castle for sanctuary. Demelza's songs rings true from lies, so they strike a deal. Aris will hide her in exchange for her help to sort through his potential brides, but when love and truth become impossibly tangled, the two must decide what is more important, mere survival or chasing a life worth living. So yeah, it sounds really, really cute. Kinda, I don't know if it is meant to be like a Swan Lake retelling, potentially, but it's a really, really pretty edition. I do really like it, and from the setting, it definitely looks wintry. So I could potentially maybe squeeze it in for Polathon in February, which will be really, really fun. So we're now going to move on to our last Fairyloot book. Okay guys, so we're now on to our Romancy pick for January, and this is the book that I've been the most excited about, and I do know what the book is. So we have our spoiler card here, and our theme for the month is Mirrored Fate, and the book in question is King of Ravens by Claire Sager. I've seen this book everywhere because it's one of Wayward's new books that they've just published, and I have read from Claire Sager before. I think it was A Kiss of Iron, I read, and I haven't continued on with that series, which I really, really do need to, actually, because I did quite enjoy Kiss of Iron. It's like romantic kind of vibes, and this is her brand new release. This feels like a chunker, but let's see what this edition looks like. Oh my god, I am obsessed. This is stunning. Okay, so we have King of Ravens, as I mentioned, by Claire Sager, and I'll pop up a graphic of the original cover, which I do quite like, actually, but this is stunning. This is absolutely stunning. I think the last Wayward book that we got was To Cage Wild Birds, and they went with a blue theme as well. So I don't know if all the new Wayward books are all going to have this kind of like bluish theme to them. Nothing wrong with it, but I just thought maybe they could change up the colours a little bit more. But this is still stunning. So we've got the cover here, and then we've got the spine, and then we've got this on the back with a quote that says, "He pulls me against his chest and the world falls into feathers and darkness." Interesting. And then we've got stunning sprayed edges with ravens on it, which is really cool, and they go all the way around as well. And I think the romancy books usually tend to be signed, and we do have, yes, we do have a signature from Claire Sager and a bound-in author letter as well, which is really cool. And let's see what, oh, I love the end papers, oh my god. This is stunning. I love this. This is absolutely stunning. I think these are my favourite end papers by far. Absolutely stunning. Oh my god, look at that. Like, who is this man? I want to know more about him. And the female MC looks so gorgeous. And then we have got a full... look at that. Oh, like, who is this man? I want to know more about him. And yeah, I think it's the same quote that was on the dust jacket that's on the back of the book, which is still really pretty. And I love the silver foiling. I do usually tend to prefer silver foiling over gold foiling just a little bit more, because I think it just looks more classy. But, like, I want to know who this guy is. He definitely looks like a character out of Akatar, so I don't know if there's Fae in here. And then we have got a reverse dust jacket of the original cover, which is maybe got a different colour on it a little bit, but it's still really pretty. And I have heard, actually, Steph had mentioned that, because she's just received this as well, and this is Greek mythology based, off of Hades and Persephone, which I wasn't aware of, which definitely gets me a lot more excited, because I definitely tend to prefer Greek mythology a lot more to what Steph does. So I'm hoping that this one will be a win for me, because I did read To Cage Wild Birds, and I really enjoyed that one, and I've just finished Direbound, which was also a Wayward book, and also The Wolf King. So I've been having really good success with those books so far. Wolf King I gave 5 stars, To Cage Wild Bird I gave 4 stars, Direbound I gave 5 stars. So potentially this could be either a 4 or a 5 stars, so which is really exciting. So I will get the synopsis for you guys, and it lies flat. Obsessed. So I'll get the synopsis for you guys, and let's find out what King of Ravens is all about. Okay guys, so I have got the synopsis. Let's find out what King of Ravens is all about. So it says here, he'll do anything to keep her, she'll do anything to escape. Rhiannon is dying of what she doesn't know. Rhiannon is dying of what she doesn't know. Kept protected by her family in their cliff-top home, she spends her days searching for a cure. Her world is torn apart when an unseelie king of the dead arrives and gives her a simple choice: descend to the underworld as his bride, or he'll take her family instead. Trapped in a twisted bargain, Rhiannon is thrust into a world of withered gods, scheming courtiers and ancient magic. But she refuses to be a pawn in the game she never agreed to play. Her new husband is powerful, cold and infuriating, and she's determined to hate him. Well, we all know where that's going to end up. But in a court where beauty masks cruelty and every promise has teeth, hatred burns slowly into something else, something dangerous, something that both could undo them both. So it does sound really good. So I think, yeah, he's meant to be like the Hades kind of character taken to the underworld, and she's meant to be like Persephone a little bit. I'm assuming with all the flowers and stuff. But this does sound really good and up my street. So again, if Steph does a box readathon potentially, or I will actually chat to you about my February kind of reading plans in a second, but this potentially could be something that I read in February, which definitely gets me really excited. So that is all the books that I have unboxed for Fairyloot for January, and I'm really excited for all 3 of them. They all look stunning and they all sounded great. So I'll briefly chat to you guys about my February reading plans. Okay guys, so I'm going to just quickly talk you through some of my reading plans that I have got for February. So I wanted to quickly mention my book club has had a little bit of a revamp, and I've decided to rename it and do a new schedule for doing our buddy reads. So we are now going to be doing a 2-month buddy read, and I updated the name to A Story in a Teacup, and it's just going to be really fun and chilled. If you're interested in joining us, we're just going to be reading a whole wide of genres, and I'm going to try and do reading sprints as often as I can, and it's just a place to just chill and chat about books, and we've got some great people already in there. So if you're interested in taking part, I would love to have you. But our buddy read for the months of February and March is going to be To Bleed a Crystal Bloom by Sarah A. Parker. I've kind of done it on purpose because it's February romance. I wanted to go for a romance, and this has been on my radar for a really long time, and it's just got traditionally published, so it was kind of on my radar anyway. But I am really excited for this one. I have read from Sarah A. Parker before, and I read When the Moon Hatched, and I really enjoyed that one, so I'm hoping that this this one will also be a win for me. I've seen Laura chatting about this series, and it's one of her favourite series of all time, and it's a Rapunzel retelling, which definitely gets me really excited because I do like a fairy tale retelling. So I don't really want to know too much about it going in, so I'm going to be reading it on my Kindle because it's got all 3 books in the series are currently on KU, so I want to read them on there, and if I do really enjoy the series I might maybe get physical copies. But that's going to be our buddy reads for the months of February and March, so if you want to take part and join us, you guys are more than welcome to come and join, which I'm really excited about. And I am not properly going to be fully taking part in Polathon, which is Jade from JD Ray Reads' readathon that she does every February, and it's to raise money for the polar bears, and she does like a different theme every year, and she's doing like a dice, ice dice kind of thing. So you basically roll the dice and there's a set of prompts and you pick a book to read for that prompt. So I don't think I want to do that as such, but I still maybe want to try and take part and pick up something that's maybe a little bit more wintry. So I could pick up The Swan's Daughter, because that definitely looks quite wintry to me. But I do want to mention Clitcher readathon as well, which is also which is run by Steph from Steph Loves, and that will be taking place. We'll pop up the date for the readathon because I can't seem to find it on my phone here, but that's basically just a romance readathon for a week in reading romance books. So that kind of inspired me to basically take on a kind of reading challenge for myself, and if you guys want to take part in this, you guys are more than welcome to. But I want to try and read a romance book every day for the whole month of February. So from the 1st of February to the 28th of February, just reading a romance book every day. And it can be any size, any genre, like romance, say a contemporary romance. I know that there's some maybe horror romance as well, or horror that's got romance in it, because I want to try and like judge up my kind of genres a little bit so I don't get too bored. And so definitely I do want to pick up King of Ravens for sure. That definitely could go on my list. And I do have Alchemized on my TBR, but I am definitely not going to be tackling that in February. I might come back to that maybe for March potentially, I'm not too sure. And I'm also going to be taking part in a read along with Insta book tours on Instagram, and we are going to be doing a group buddy read of Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, because of the brand new adaptation or adaptation-ish that's coming out on the 14th of February on Valentine's Day. So we are kicking off from the 2nd of February until the 13th of February. So there's loads of us in the group chat, and this will actually be my first ever classic that I'm trying, so it's kind of good that it's a gothic romance, because I do quite enjoy gothic kind of books anyway, so fingers crossed it's a win for me. And I am quite excited about the film because I do love Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, who are the 2 main stars in the film. So that's kind of roughly my reading plans for February, just really chilled, and I do want to try and read a romance every day in February. So if you want to join me on this challenge, you guys are more than welcome to. I've made a graphic and I'll pop up here, so if you want to use that template you can. And yeah, it's just going to be really chilled and fun. So that is everything that I wanted to mention that I'm going to be reading in February. Okay guys, so that is my complete Fairyloot unboxing for the month of January, and these editions are just absolutely stunning. I will say my favourite edition out of the 3 is definitely King of Ravens by Claire Sager, and then Graceless Heart, and then The Swan's Daughter. But I'm so excited to read all of these. Let me know in the comments down below, have you read any of these? What did you rate them? Or if you're excited like me to pick up these books, let me know your thoughts. And if you watched the video but you didn't have anything to say, leave me a bird emoji. I think that is a raven emoji. Leave that for King of Ravens. But yeah, thank you so much for watching guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Give me a like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And I do apologise for not uploading pretty much throughout the whole month of January. I've just been so busy with work, and I did film my December Fairyloot unboxing, but I wasn't happy with how the video was looking, and I just didn't want to edit and upload it if I wasn't happy with it. But I'm definitely going to be uploading this one for sure. But yeah, give me a like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in my next video very soon. Bye!